Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Congregation Beth Israel in Houston. Live streaming is here for you. I'm delighted that we can share the Shabbat together, sharing beautiful prayers, inspiring music, and an important message. As the week continues and Shabbat begins, please accept my very best wishes for good health, much life, and greater peace. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos to each of you. As we gather in our sanctuary on this beautiful Shabbat morning, we are reminded of what brings us together, this day of rest and joy, which allows us to create a separation from all that may have occurred during the week and spend time in prayer and reflection. And on this Shabbat, we are especially grateful to celebrate with Aiden and Elisheva as they are called to the Torah as B'nai Mitzvah. We're pleased to welcome so many of their family and friends who have joined us here on this day. In front of you, you will find our prayer book. Inside, you will find Hebrew and English, as well as transliteration, should you need some assistance with the Hebrew. In addition, at the bottom of each page, you will find some commentary on the meaning of our prayers. We invite you to participate throughout the service, and especially to all of Aiden and Elisheva's friends who are here with us. We are grateful for your presence, and we invite you, please, to take hold of the prayer book and to participate fully in the service. And especially for you and for all who are here today, I would ask that you please silence any cell phones you may have brought with you, and please to refrain using them during the service, as we wish to maintain and sustain a worship and prayerful mood here. The cantor will now continue.
Shabbat Shalom. We continue with the singing of Ma Tovu on page 74. How fair are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel. Ma Tovu, Alecha Yaakov, Alecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Israel.
We continue on page 91.
For our teachers and their students and the students of the students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen.
Amen.
And for those who study Torah here and everywhere, may they be blessed with all they need, and let us say Amen.
Amen.
We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say Amen.
Amen.
Please turn to page 108 and rise for Baruch Hu. Page 110. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam yotzer or uvarei hoshech osei shalom uvarei et hakol hameir la'aretz v'ladarim alecha brachamim uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit ma'rabu ma'asecha Adonai kulam b'chochma asita ma'al ha'aretz kinyanecha Tit barach Adonai Eloheinu al sheva ma'aseh yadecha ba'al mo'orei or shi asita yafarucha sela or chadash al tzion te'ir v'nizke kulanu mehera la'oro Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'meorot. We continue on page 112. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion. On account of our forebears whose trust led you to teach them the laws of life, be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy on us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and to teach, and lovingly to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah. Enlighten our eyes with your Torah, focus our minds on your mitzvot, unite our hearts in love and reverence for your name. Then we will never feel shame, never deserve rebuke, and never stumble. Having trusted in your great and awesome holiness, we shall celebrate your salvation with joy. Together, gather us in peace from the four corners of the earth, and lead us upright to our land. For you, O God, work wonders. You chose us, truly you drew us near to your great name, that we might acknowledge you, declaring you one in love. Praised be you, Adonai, who chooses your people Israel in love. Baruch atah Adonai, chabocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Page 114.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Page 116. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvchol nafshecha uvchol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinamtam levanecha vedibarta bam beshivtecha beveitecha uvlevtecha vaderech ushochbecha uvekumeha ukshartam leot al yadecha Vechayu letotefot beineinecha utavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher choteti yechem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lechem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. We read together in the middle of the page. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Please turn to page 120. For us, this eternal teaching is true and enduring, beloved and precious, awesome, good, and beautiful. The God of the universe is truly our sovereign, the rock of Jacob, our protecting shield. God endures through all generations. God's name persists. God's throne is firm. God's sovereignty and faithfulness last forever. God's words live and endure, faithful and precious for eternity. Together, from Egypt you redeemed us, freeing us from bondage. For that your beloved sang praise exalting you. Your dear ones offered hymns, songs, praise, blessing, and thanksgiving to you as sovereign, the living and enduring God. High and exalted, great and awesome, God ever humbles the proud, raises the lowly, frees the imprisoned, redeems the afflicted, helps the oppressed, answering our people when we cry out. Praise to God Most High, blessed is God and deserving of blessing. In great joy, Moses, Miriam, and Israel surrounded with song to you, all of them proclaiming.
מלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופדך נאמך יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Rock of Israel, rise in support of Israel and redeem Judah and Israel as you promised. Our Redeemer Adonai Tzivaot is your name. Blessed are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Thank you.
We continue now with our tefillah on pages 124, 126, and 128. Please rise. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Hasei Avot V'Imachot, U'Mevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Be'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh Hakol atah, Rav Le'Oshia. Mehalkel Hayim Bechesed, Mechayeh Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Novlim Verofer Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar. Mi hamocha bal gevurot, umido melach, melech meimit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman nata lehayot hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mehayeh hakol. We read together in the middle of the page. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You sustain life through love, giving life to all. Through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life? causing deliverance to spring up, and faithfully giving life to all. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Page 130.
נקדש שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו, אדוני אדוננו, אדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיגות לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. בשבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. Page 132.
ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עונג שבת. מקדשי שביעי, מקדשי שביעי שבת, כולם ישבחו ויתענגו מטובך השבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת, חנדת ימים אותו קראת, קראת השבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג, עונג שבת, שבת.
Those who keep Shabbat by calling it delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing attention to the work of creation. We continue reading together on page 134. Our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant us your holy Shabbat as a heritage. May Israel, who sanctifies your name, rest on Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. Page 136. Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Page 138. Modim anachnu lach, she'atah hu Adonai Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu le'olam va'ed. Sor hayenu magen yishenu atahu lador vador. No de lecha unsaper tehilatecha, al hayenu hamsurim be'adecha, v'al nishmuetenu hapekudot lach, v'al nisecha shebachol yom imanu, v'al nifleotecha v'tovotecha shebachol et erev v'avoker v'soho rayim. Hatov ki lo chalu rahamecha v'hamrahem, ki lo tamu hasadecha me'olam kivinu lach, v'al kulam yitbarach v'yitromam shimha, malkenu tamid le'olam va'ed, v'hol hahayim yoduha sela v'halelu et shimha be'emet ha'el yeshuatenu ve'ezratenu sela, baruch atah Adonai hatov shimha ulecha na'eh lehodot. We read together in the middle of the page. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Page 140. Grant peace, goodness, and blessing, grace, kindness, and mercy to us and to all your people, Israel. Bless us, our Creator, all of us together through the light of your presence. Truly through the light of your presence, Adonai our God, you gave us the Torah of life, the love of kindness, justice, and blessing, mercy, life, and peace. May you see fit to bless your people, Israel, at all times, at every hour with your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people, Israel.
Sim shalom tova uveracha. Sim shalom tova uveracha. Chesed v'rachamim, chen v'chesed v'rachamim, v'rachamim, sim shalom. Shalom, tova uveracha.
We pray silently.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ויאמרו אמן.
In our prayer book now, we turn to page 244 as we prepare for the reading of Torah. Ein kamocha Elohim Adonai v'ein k'ma'asecha, malchutcha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz le'mo yiten, Adonai varech et amo v'ashalom. There is none like you among the gods, Adonai, and there are no deeds like yours. You are sovereign over all worlds, and your dominion is in all generations. Adonai reigns, Adonai has reigned. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Adonai will give strength to our people. Adonai will bless our people with peace. It's a pleasure now to invite to the Bima David Turner to open the doors of the Holy Ark with us and to help us to undress the Torah for reading. As he comes forward, we turn to page 248 and we rise.
Al harachamim hitiva virtzoncha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, ki v'cha levad batachnu, melech elam v'nisa Adon olamim.
Havogod el Eloheinu udnuchavo la Torah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, udivar Adonai b'Yerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah al Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Yadlul Adonai iti, ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, לך אדוני המלאכה והעמיד נעשה בכל ראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה.
Our Torah reading this Shabbat morning comes from the book of Genesis in the portion called Chaye Sarah, beginning in chapter 23, verse 1. It's a pleasure to invite to the Torah to recite the blessings as we give thanks to God for its gifts. Jonathan Spindler, John Turner, David Turner, Joseph Spindler, Aaron Spindler, and Jason Spindler. Please come forward.
Baruch Adonai Ambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Vayiyu chaye Sarah mea shana ve'esrim shana ve'sheva shanim shanei chaye Sarah v'tamot Sarah v'kiryat arba hi Chevron be'eretz Canaan vayavo Avraham lispod l'Sarah v'liv kota. Vayakom Avraham me'al panei meito vayedaber el b'nei chet lemor ger v'toshav anochi imachem tenu li achuzet kever imachem ve'ekbarah meti milfanai vayanu v'nei chet et Avraham lemor lo.
Yamod, 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 Asher Michael Habar Mitzvah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Shema'enu Adoni, Nasi Elohim Ata Betochenu, B'michar Kevorenu, Kevoret Metecha, Ish Mimenu, Et Kivro Lo Yechlech, Mimcha Mikvor Metecha. Vayakom Avraham, Vayishtachulam Haaretz Livnei Chet. Vaydaber itam lemor im yesh et nafshechem likbor et meti milfanai shemauni ufiguli ve'efron ben sochar. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chaye olam nata betochenu. Baruch Ata Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Our Torah reading continues in Genesis chapter 24, verse 1. It's a great privilege to call my colleague, Rabbi Seth Stander and Margot, to join us at the Torah to recite the blessings as we give thanks to God once more for its gifts.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Ve'Avraham zaken ba bayamim v'Adonai berach et Avraham bakol vayomer Avraham el avdo zekan beito hamoshel b'chol asher lo simna yadha Tachat Yerechi ve'ashbi aha b'Adonai Elohei hashamayim ve'Elohei haaretz asher lo tikach isha livni mibnot haknani asher anochi yoshev bekirbo ki El artsi ve'el moladeti telech ve'lakachta isha livni le'itzhak vayomer elav ha'eved ulai lo tovei ha'isha lalehet aharai el ha'aretz hazot hechashev ashiv et binha el haaretz asher yatsata misham vayomer elav Avraham hishamer lecha pentashiv et bini shama.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch ata Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Tamod, Tamod, Tamod Elisheva Simona bat Rav Shed umeira berucha habat mitzvah.
Baruch hu Adonai hambarach.
Baruch Adonai hambarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hambarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Adonai Elohei hashamayim isha likahani mi beit avi ume eretz moladeti va'asher diber li va'asher nishbali lemor lezar aha eten et haaretz hazot hu yishlach mal'acho lefanecha velakachta isha livni misham ve'im lo tovei ha'isha lalehet acharecha venikita mishpuati zot rach et beni lo tashev shama vayasem ha'eved et yado tahat yerech Avraham Adonav vayishava lo al hadavar hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. It's a privilege to invite another colleague, Rabbi Jim and Rebecca Egolf, to assist in dressing the Torah.
This week's Haftarah comes from the book of 1 Kings, chapter 1, verses 11 and 12. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher behar binvim tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek. Vayomer Natan El Bat Sheva Em Shlomo Lemor Halo Shamat Ki Malach Adoniyahu Ven Hagid Va'adonenu David Lo Yada Ve'ata Lechi Yatsechna Etza Umati Et Nefshech Ve'et Nefesh Benech Shlomo.
We continue with verse 14. Hine odach medaberet sham imicha melech va'ani avo acharayich umileti divarayich vatavo vat sheva el hamelech hahaja v'ha melech zakein ma'od va'avishag hashunamit masharat et hamelech va'atikod bat sheva v'tishtahu lamelech va'yomer hamelech malach. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, rock of all creation, righteous one of all generations, and faithful God, whose word is deed, who creates by speaking, whose every command is just and true. For the Torah, for the privilege of worship, for the prophets, and for this Sabbath, that you, Adonai, our God, have given to us, for holiness and rest, for honor and glory, for everything. Adonai, our God, we thank and bless you. May your name be blessed forever by every living being. Praise to you, Adonai, for the Sabbath and its holiness.
Amen.
Amen. In my Torah portion, Chayei Sarah, Abraham's wife Sarah, dies, and Abraham travels to find a burial place for her. He chose the cave of Machpelah, owned by Ephron the Hittite. While discussing the cost of the land, Ephron decided to give it to Abraham for half the cost. However, Abraham refused the discount and insisted on paying the full price. The theme of my Torah portion is that if you put in 100%, you will get 100% back. The story teaches us this lesson when Abraham chooses to pay full price because he didn't want there to be any question whether the land belonged to him or partly to Ephron. Abraham loved his wife so much that he never wanted to worry about losing her final resting place over the cost of the land. Jewish tradition teaches us that we must pay full price for what we acquire. We learn from Abraham's example of the correct and formal procedures of purchase. As a result, the field and cave passed to Abraham by purchase and to his descendants was the first purchased possession of the land of Israel. The lesson of my Torah portion is important to me because if I don't put in 100% effort towards my academics and extracurricular activities, I don't feel like I've accomplished all that I am capable of. An example of a time when I put forth all of my effort and got 100% back was a few years ago when I went skiing and eventually advanced enough that I successfully skied a black diamond run. Previously, skiing that difficult of a run seemed like something I would never be able to accomplish, but through all of my efforts, I succeeded. This lesson is currently paramount in my life while I prepare to become a bar mitzvah. Over the course of the last year, I have studied my Torah portion and spent much time reflecting on what these teachings mean as I grow older. Someone who has taught me exactly what it means to put forth 100% of myself is my CrossFit coach, George Culver. He's sitting right over there. George is always incredibly positive, encouraging, and pushes me to be even better than I think I can be. On this special day, I offer a prayer to God to thank Him for allowing me to reach my potential on this day. I am also thankful for all the support my parents have provided throughout my life and until this moment. I know that everyone usually says the same things, that my parents and brothers were always there for me, but truly, without my parents being fully involved in the preparation for me becoming a bar mitzvah, I would not be here today. I would probably be sitting at home, eating junk food and playing video games. Yet I now stand proudly here before you as a man and thank you for sharing in this joyous occasion with me. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Earlier this morning, I chanted verses from Parashat Chayei Sarah from Genesis chapter 24. My part of the parashah takes place after Sarah's burial. Abraham is seeking a wife for his son Isaac and sends his trusted servant Eliezer on a journey to find the right person. Eliezer takes 10 of his master's camels and some generous gifts to the city of Nahor. While Eliezer is there, he stops at a well for water. Eliezer prays to God that a maiden of the land will offer water to not only him, but to each of the camels. As he finishes praying, Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, comes to the well. Eliezer notices that she is exceedingly beautiful and of age to marry. Right after she fills her pitcher at the well, Eliezer asks for a sip of water. Graciously and without hesitation, Rebekah allows him to drink. She then proceeds to draw water for the camels until each of them has had enough to drink. Eliezer now knows that God has answered his prayer, for Rebekah is the one for Isaac. After a period of time, Rebekah decides to travel with Eliezer to the land of Canaan to be with Isaac. Isaac then brings Rebekah into the tent of his mother Sarah, where he takes her as his wife and she takes him as her husband. Hearing this story many times throughout my life, thanks, Mom and Dad, I now think the main lessons being taught are to always be kind and to show ahava, love, towards other people, animals, and the world. I have read that Rebekah's beauty is not in what she is wearing. There is no description of her clothing, nor are we told about her complexion, whether her skin was soft or whether she was thin or plump, tall or short. The details we are given about her beauty come from how she treats other people, how she speaks to them, how she offers hospitality, and how she reaches out to aid a stranger and a wanderer in her land. This teaching from the sages is very meaningful to me, for true beauty is on the inside rather than outside appearances. True beauty comes from showing kindness, compassion, and generosity. There's a reason why the theme from my Torah portion is important to me personally. After the devastation of Hurricane Harvey, my family and I were left temporarily homeless. We were so kindly welcomed into other people's homes, first our neighbors from across the street, then our close friends who live a short distance away. When the cleanup at the old house began, it was astonishing. People showed up from everywhere, friends we hadn't seen in years, neighbors, my parents' co-workers, even strangers. Each of them were offering food, supplies, and other help, all on their own time. At this point, I think I truly realized what kindness, compassion, and generosity meant to me. From everything I have read and experienced, I now believe that somebody who plans to be kind to others, somebody who shows compassion towards others, and somebody who takes the time to do the right thing is the person I want to be. On this special day, I offer a prayer to God. Thank you for all the special people in my life, for the privilege of sharing a Torah portion with my father, for my safety and well-being, for the opportunities I have been given, and most of all, for helping me become the person I am today. Again, Shabbat Shalom.
Aiden and Elisheva, now you can look at the congregation and you can see their smiling faces and approving glances. They love you so much and are so proud of all that you've done. Now you can turn and face me. I am so pleased to share your bar and bat mitzvah with you as our other rabbis are too. And we have a lot of rabbis and a cantor here. I also want to acknowledge Rabbi Eric Asherman, who is here this morning. We're really blessed by everybody's company. You make marvelous partners today, and your Torah portion speaks volumes about each of you. Aiden, I really enjoyed listening to you lead the service and truly become the person you are growing up to be. When we first met in my office to prepare, it reminded me a little bit about what you said today. There really is nothing wrong with playing video games and eating a bowl of Cheetos. There's really nothing wrong with that at all. And you'll get back to that shortly, I'm sure. But today, you really did accomplish what you aimed to do. And just as you helped us understand in your Torah portion, doing something 100% is very meaningful. 110% means you've got even more to give. 90% is still a passing grade. And Aiden, I've known your family throughout many generations, and seeing some of you here today is a reminder how far all of us have come and how far we've grown. It really does mean applying ourselves. When it's easy, it's wonderful. We can relax a little bit more. When it's difficult, then we're reminded of exactly what Abraham needed to do under those turbulent times and what sometimes we're going to have to face as we continue to grow up. As a young Jewish adult now, you already learned from last night and how we reflected on the mood of the week, how we have to bring ourselves up to the task and to know that we don't go it alone. Abraham was a significant leader, the first Jew who stepped out to do what God called him to do. But you're the first Aiden, and you're our Aiden, who's going to be called to do things that we haven't even begun to understand, and neither have you. But you're not alone. You have parents and grandparents and friends, a congregation, mentors. There are people who will be there for you when you turn to us and say, I have a task in front of me, a challenge. How do I accomplish it? And Aiden, as long as the task is yours, will be there to show you the way and to help you accomplish all that you need to do. But thank you for giving us the confidence today for the leadership that you're going to display many, many times in your bright future. Mazel tov to you. Elisheva, your name means God's oath, God's promise. And your parents delight and are overjoyed by the promise that God has gifted them in you. I loved hearing your words today, not only the prayers and the Torah chanting, but also your message today, because we discover in the Torah many different characters and personalities. Some are great, some are wondrous, some are confounding and confusing. But in Rebecca, we certainly find someone who was prepared to respond to a time and a need. And as you say so beautifully, I'm glad you understand the Torah so well, but then again, you have such a wonderful teacher at home to guide you. That Rebecca's beauty is surely something to behold, but as the Torah doesn't tell us what she's wearing or how she looks, we have to discover the person inside. And frankly, that's important about all of us. It doesn't matter what we wear or how we comb our hair. It really does depend on how we use our words, how we respond to other people's needs when they're down and suffering. When people are happy, it's easy, isn't it? But when people are struggling, we have to dig deeply to find how to help them feel better about themselves. And you, Elisheva, as we've come to know you, are just that kind of person. Not because you have all the answers, but because there is a wonderful neshama, a wonderful soul in you that feels other people's needs, helps them to celebrate when they're happy, and to lift them up when they're not so happy. Sometimes you look into yourself and say, you know, I've been up and I've been happy, I know how that feels, but you've been sad too. And those are reasons to dig deep and learn from those lessons to help others as well. As a young Jewish woman now, having read from the Torah, you bear more responsibilities than ever before, but not all of them, not all at once. So as you continue to grow, as I shared with Aiden, you too can look around you to family and friends and rabbis and many others for the support you need as you continue to go and continue to grow. But Elisheva, keep doing what you're doing. You are a fine reflection of Rebecca's legacy and a wonderful expression of God's promise to you, yourself, and to all who have come to know you. Mazel tov. And to both of you, I want to share with you Deep inside this table are some gifts for you. A Kiddush cup for each of you to bring home. I'll leave it here for you. These Kiddush cups are used to sanctify special moments, the Sabbath, holidays, and other sacred occasions. Certificates of your bar and bat mitzvah that say you really did it. You came to the Torah, you chanted Hayei Sarah, and taught very meaningful lessons. I know we won't forget learning from you, and I hope that your lessons will continue to go with you too. And these are certificates from the Reformed Jewish movement for $250 each, not for more video games, Aiden. These are really so that you can help pay for a trip, part of a trip, to Israel in high school or college. We want you to return to that sacred place, the Jewish homeland, to discover all that's there. Plenty of politics for sure, but a lot of archaeology, history, innovation, and hope. And so when you visit there, you'll take it all in and come home to Houston, to Congregation Beth Israel, and continue what we've begun here by building on it and creating the beautiful legacy and future we wish to share with you. And now it's a pleasure to invite Rabbi Scott, Rabbi Foster, and Cantor Trumpeter to join us in a blessing we have for you, the blessing of old that we hope will go with you today and for many years to come. Aiden, come and stand here and face the Holy Ark behind us. And as you do, it's our privilege to extend this blessing to you now.
May God bless you and protect you.
May God's light shine upon you both and be gracious to you.
May God grant you all that you wish for yourselves in the future, and all that your parents and grandparents and those who love you wish for you too. May it be long life, mitzvah, and the greatest blessing of all, a lifetime to live in peace.
Amen.
Amen. Mazel tov. And now, as we prepare to return the Torah to the Holy Ark, it's a pleasure to invite Eric, Pam, Madison, and Sydney Levy to the bima to open the doors of the Holy Ark. And as we raise the Torah now, we rise. Yehalalu et Shem Adonai, ki nizgav shemo levado. Let us praise the name of the Lord, for God's name alone is exalted.
Holy
In our prayer book, we turn to the bottom of page 282 and 287 as we join in Aleinu.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please remain standing.
We'll continue on page 294. Our thoughts now turn to those who've passed on from this world but live on in us and through us with their memory. Especially today, we lovingly remember the members of Elisheva and Aiden's families. Lindsay Irving Turner Jr., Catherine Richardson Turner, Lindsay Irving Turner III, Charlotte Simon Himmel, William J. Himmel, Herbert Stanley Asherman Sr., Dorothy Rose Asherman, Solomon Abraham Spindler, Sheila Antman Spindler, Michael Francis Bernard Nicholson, Helen Teresa Nicholson, Dorothea Spindler Stavis, James Thomas Moffett, Ellen Luvenia Moffett, Glendale Atkinson, Olive Anna Atkinson, Erica Barlow, Andrea Blesnick, Wendy Ferris, Anna Friedman, Betty Friedman, Leo Friedman, Nathan Friedman, Sadie Friedman, Simon Friedman, Daniel Gallen, Grace Gallen, Shelley Gould, Lawrence Levy, Amy Needle, Eric Stander, Carl Stander, Joseph Trist, Kate Trist, Milton Trist, Rona Trist, Eugene Yassel Broder, and Doreen Broder. We join now together as one community with words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach ruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Ta'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. And together we say, amen. You may be seated. While our formal prayers have concluded, our blessings continue. And at this time, would like to invite Elisheva and her parents to come down as they share words of blessing with her.
We are so proud of you. You led the congregation in prayer and chanted Torah and Haftarah, and then told us what your Torah portion means to you. And you did it all beautifully. But you know what? Even if you'd messed it all up, we'd still be so proud of you and love you just as you are. When you were born, we asked God to bless you, and we prayed that you would grow to be a good person, someone who loves God, loves Torah, and tries to do the right thing. And here we are, 12 years later, and you are brave and funny and intelligent and kind, and you have such a good heart. And what a pleasure it was for us to be with you as you took your place as a young adult in our Jewish community, reaffirmed your faith in God, demonstrated your love of Torah, and told us of your desire to be a blessing to others. And today, just like every day, Daddy and I are grateful to God that you are our daughter.
Ellie, I want you to go ahead and come over here for a moment. Margot as well, and look out to everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Not only, of course, are you very welcome here in this house of worship, but we're going to bring you into our own house for just a moment. Every Shabbat, the best blessing we know to offer is the blessing that Elisheva resemble the characteristics and the beauty, inner beauty, and strength, outer strength of our matriarchs. And just as we do every Friday night that we remember, we want to go ahead and to do this morning as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take you by the hands, whether you like it or not. And we're going to say together, Yisimech Elohim, Kesara, Rivka, Rachel, Valeah. May you be blessed as Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. You've displayed such beautiful characteristics emblematic of the matriarchs, and I know that you will continue to do so to impress yourself, to impress God. This is also a time of thanksgiving for everyone in the room, and so I'm going to take the liberty of asking everyone to join in chanting Shechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh Amen. Thank you, God, for allowing each of us to reach this sacred moment in time, fortified by clergy and teachers who are so wonderful, by family and friends and community who are so steadfast. We are blessed. Shabbat Shalom.
This time, I'd like to invite up Aiden and his parents to offer their words of blessing to him.
Well, I'd like to start off and thank you, Aiden, for allowing us to be a part of this experience. It's been very exciting and a fantastic day. It was great hearing you speak. You nailed everything. If you didn't, I didn't realize it, and great job. But being part of this experience about your bar mitzvah, it made me kind of reflect and think back on you and your journey to now. You know, starting as a child, thinking of kind of how you were. And one thing that's interesting, and I don't know if everybody here knows that didn't know him as a child, Aiden didn't say anything at all as a child. And if you know Aiden now, that is not characteristic of Aiden at all. Aiden is never quiet. But until 2 years old, he had nothing to say. And then shortly after that, he basically spoke in complete sentences. And it was a drastic change from saying nothing to developing a voice. And one thing that was quickly apparent in that voice that you developed is you had a desire to connect with people, to make long-lasting connections, and you really cared a lot about people and ensured that everybody had a fair shake and things and everything was done right. And as I was sitting there thinking back and reflecting on this, it reminded me, going back to elementary school, when a teacher contacted me and said, hey, I experienced something in the lunchroom today that was, great. Aiden stuck up for somebody. And, I was curious. She didn't have all the detail, but I asked you, and I found out that there was a new student in school, and unfortunately, with a new student being in school, some kids had decided to pick on her. And you had met her, found some commonality with her, invited her to the lunch table. And one of your friends at the lunch table decided, he was going to pick on her and told you, if you're friends with her, maybe I shouldn't be friends with you. And this would be a dilemma for adults, teenagers, anybody. If you've got a close friend and you're trying to bring somebody in who you think would help develop, and help grow that crew. And you looked at him, I remember you telling me it was really tough, but I told him, I really value our friendship, but if you would decide not to be friends with me because I'm friends with her, I'm really going to miss our friendship. And he paused and then went to hey, I'm just joking, and you guys became friends. And I've seen how you interact with people and how you bring people in, whether it's going to a coffee shop with you and seeing how you'll interact with the patrons, and by the time I'm walking out, everybody in the coffee shop saying bye to you, and I'm like, I got to take my kid home. So, the small things like that, how you've embraced your brothers. You've got 3 brothers, and you're a little bit older, you could easily have, they're young, but how you've really embraced them. You've been a brother, but you've also been, a mentor to them. That's been really exciting. I think the next thing that I've always noticed about you and I've really enjoyed is how you'll spring into action. If you look at something, and not always, maybe not with the math homework or things like that, but in the things that are really important to you, spring into action. And I think going back to elementary school, and I've always loved this story, but you were in kindergarten, and I got a call from your teacher that Aiden had left the classroom. And I have no idea why. He went out to the playground, and I know Aiden likes recess, but not that much. So I inquired with you, and you're like, well, I left my jacket outside. I tried to get the teacher's attention, and I couldn't get it, so I just went and got it because I didn't want to get stolen. Probably not the safest thing to do, but you sprung into action, and you took action. And I think you did the same thing in your Mitzvah project. You were watching the news, watching TV, and you saw kids, kids at the border who were, separated from their parents, and you realized, all politics aside, they didn't have any toys. They didn't have those comforts that a lot of children would. So you sprung into action, started a toy drive, and brought in many, many toys for all these individuals. And so that was really exciting to see. And as I thought about this, I realized that as you've changed, you haven't changed that much. And it kind of made me reflect on a few other things. When you were younger, I was always worried that you wouldn't find outside activities that you enjoyed. We tried ice skating, basketball, and baseball. And one thing I remember about baseball was so fun. You would knock the ball to the outfield, and you ran so slow you wouldn't make it to first base. And I think that one thing with this that I think is very telling, I didn't realize it at the time, but Aiden's portion of the tour today was about giving 100%. And I didn't realize it at the time, but Aiden was giving 100% at the time about those things that he was passionate about. When he would not run to first base very slow, when he was the last out, he was the first kid to the snack line. And so, the speed was there, but he was giving 100% to what he was passionate about. And as he's developed and continued forward, in life, he's found other things that he is passionate about. He's found CrossFit, and George has been a big inspiration there. And he's developed a community with that also. He's been involved in Taekwondo. He's now a brown belt working on his way to black. He's developed a community with the coaches and students there. And he's also developed a great community that I can tell here, with the synagogue. Is inspired and as passionate as Aiden was about those areas. He's actually kind of taken a little, taken a step back instead of needing to pause him to ensure that I can put 100% in to making sure that he was ready for his bar mitzvah. And that was really exciting to see him do that and prioritize things, make a decision on what was important there. So it's been really fun. And when I sat back and looked at that and saw your growth, saw your development, I try to think of how we got here. And I think a lot of it is the community you've developed, the Jewish community, your community outside with your events, also your family. You've got a lot of family, and I always joke that you've got a tribe. But whether it's the Spindler family, the Turner family, the Fung family, the Moffat family, everybody there is in your corner. And we all might have different takes on things and view things a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, our overall goal is for you to have the best. And to help you figure out, what is right for Aiden and help ensure that you give 100% whether it be in your Jewish faith, whether it be in life, in any aspect you head toward. So with that, I want to end this with just some simple words that I really believe firmly, but I don't say enough. Aiden Michael Moffat, I'm extremely proud of you. Mazel tov.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Did you bring the speech? Okay. So I've got to read mine, and I will try not to shed a tear. Shabbat Shalom. We are honored to celebrate Aiden becoming a bar mitzvah with our family and friends. A special thanks to our out-of-town guests, many who have traveled far as Africa, Israel, Malaysia, and Spain to be here with us today. So I guess now on to Aiden. I'd like to take a minute to boast about this sweet little boy who we have all come together to celebrate today. Well, our little Aiden was the happiest and easiest baby, I think as John mentioned when he was younger. He was kind that you could tote him around everywhere, and he would just charm the pants off of anybody, especially the ladies, wherever we went. He was a joy to be with from a very young age. We knew he was sweet and loving. Aiden has more courage than most. He absolutely never gives up on his dreams, or anything, in fact. Even when he's been told no, over and over and over and over. He really is pretty good at getting what he wants. But more seriously, Aiden, you have the sacred gift of empathy. You are not only able to feel what others feel, but able to make them feel just a little bit better about themselves. You have always stood up in the face of injustice and spoke out when you see someone being wronged. That is our sacred duty as Jews, and you genuinely embrace it. You are following in the footsteps of generations of the Spindler family, with members including your great-grandfather, who's with us today, and myself. Now it's your torch to pass to your children. The tallest you are wearing today was your great-grandfather's that he wore on his bar mitzvah 102 years ago. It's truly a miracle that he survived the Holocaust and that you are wearing his tallest today. Excuse me. Lots of parents use this moment to list their child's many accomplishments or plot the course for their child's life. Your mother and I chose not to do that because I think we were all ready to go eat lunch. But really, you have so many gifts, you could do anything. We want to tell you that it's not important to set the world or social media on fire, but ignite the love in people's hearts and be the force for what is good and just in this world. Aiden, we wish you an extraordinary life, one filled with everyday miracles, friendship, children, useful work, a sense of how precious it all is. You've been a wonderful son, brother to 3 younger boys, and you will be a great man, a great husband, father, and friend. Your mother and I are so proud of you, not because you are perfect and always do the right thing, but because of the goodness in your heart. We are so happy to have a front row seat in your life, and we are so grateful to be your parents. You did it. Mazel tov on this wonderful accomplishment of becoming a bar mitzvah. L'chaim.
Coming over here. And Ellie and your parents, if you would come and join us as we take our places now in front of our cups of wine and our challah, as we share our blessings together. Please rise. Short version, okay?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen.
Yes. All the cousins, if they would come and join us as we share our blessing over our challah for Motzi. Okay, Aiden, take hold of it. Can you touch it? No.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you for joining us at Congregation Beth Israel in Houston. Sharing Shabbat with you is so meaningful to us. Let's join together again very soon. My very best wishes to you for a good week. Shabbat Shalom.